Hoorah. I am Dr. Minister Vermont Prince for the Institut, Church of Christ Consciousness for Worldwide Hope. Welcome to another sermon of Naked Church. Let me begin by saying it is all about the supreme holiness of the female, rooted in the sacred truth of her sexuality. She holy. Some of you guys are going to really love this one. Some of you not so much. That's unfortunate. Just to let you know, I'm not trying to slander the man, and I'm not trying to make light of the situation. I'm here to present the facts, and the facts speak for themselves. Let's get into it. I'm going to show you last video. This is part 2. Last video we talked about a lot of numbers. Specifically, the number 8 came up a lot, and the number 5. 8 and 5 equals 13. 8 plus 5 is 13. 13 came up a lot. 18 came up a lot. 8 plus 1 is 9. Any way you flip it, whether it's 18 or 81, whatever, you add it up to 9. 9 was a prominent number. 3 came up a little bit, not as much, but definitely 18. The number 8 itself, but you could say 18 is 1 times 8 is 8. Same thing with 81. So we're dealing really primarily with the numbers 8, the numbers 9, the numbers 5, and the high level occult number 13. Also, 33 showed up quite often. 22, 11, 22, and 33. People call those master numbers. What the general public doesn't really know is that those numbers are considered angel numbers or master numbers. Double digits and triple digits are considered master numbers, but what they really are is a clock, a countdown to the destruction, of, or the demise of this world, as we are in a matrix simulation. That's the clock, the countdown. That's why so many people are seeing this, because the clock is counting down to our destruction. With that said, let me get into some of this and show y'all some of the stuff I'm talking about. We're not going to rehash all the information because it's in part 1. The 18, the 81 is there. I'm just going to touch on one thing. We know Kobe big game-winning 81-point game. We know he came into the league at 18. That's the reverse of 81. Now, what's also being said is a gentleman by the name of Boosie. They call him Boosie Badass, if I'm correct. I know that's the name, but I don't know if that's the individual. I feel like it is from what the information that I obtained. He said, and he spelled badass. He said Badazz. And it's funny because jazz is spelled Azz, of course, Jazz. And that's who Kobe had the big game against. But allegedly his last game was against the Utah Jazz. But that's neither here nor there. Boosie Badass said that they should change the NBA logo from the guy on the logo is red, white, and blue. It's red and blue with a white figure on it dribbling a ball. That white figure is a person. He said they should change that from that person who is Jerry West to Kobe Bryant in honor of him. I don't know what's going to happen with that. If it happens, it happens. Does it, doesn't. What I'm saying is, Jerry West now is 81 years old. Again, the 18 to 81, the whole 8 thing plus 8, 81. 8 plus 1 is 9. You see, this is not coincidental. This is little things like this let you know that this is all orchestrated and it's a script. I'm not saying Kobe's not dead. That's not what I'm saying. That may come out at some point or whatever, but what I'm saying is that this is all a script. Life itself is one big script, and there's someone writing the parts. So when you see too many things perfected, that's when you know it's too many parts. I mean that it's a script because too many parts are connecting. I want to make a correction real quick. In the last video, I said that Left Eye died in a plane crash. I meant to say Aaliyah, not Left Eye. So I want to correct that. Okay. Now, I'm going to go into this. Okay. I'm not even going to go into that one yet. I'll come back to that. Look at LeBron James throwing up that. First, I want to go into the game where Kobe scored 81. The people at that game, the famous people that they showed. They show people on the teleprompter. Not the, I don't think they call it teleprompter. Whatever that sky cam is, that you can see yourself in the audience, in the stands. They showed the Kardashians. Not all of them. They showed I forget if it was Kim or Chloe and a few little girls. That's very significant that they showed her and the little girls. Not all, it wasn't like all the Kardashians was there and there was a couple of little young daughters with her. It was her and the girls. That's significant, but I'm not going to go into it here. I may go into that because I have a video coming that I want to do about Bad Baby. That's very significant with them and this whole child pedophilic energy vampire thing that they're doing. Come back to that. Not now. Okay. They showed Jack Nicholson. They showed Snoop Dogg. They showed Jay-Z. They showed Shaquille O'Neal. Those are the people that they actually closed up on. All of that is relevant. Not to be going into now. I don't really want to make a part 3, but I may make a different video about a whole nother topic and tie some of that information in. But I don't really want to keep making videos about that, even though it's good to put it in 3. But I know that that's the way the program is designed, that you should do things in 3. That's how you get trapped into the program. I've learned the science of this program, so I know how to play with the math of it and not get caught up. Because when you do things according to, like they say, death comes in 3. 3 is the magic number. 3, 3, 3. When you practice that, you actually practice in a form of quote-unquote so-called witchcraft without even knowing, because they set it out, and when you practice it, you actually are giving them your energy. So I try to stay away from doing certain things according to mathematical codes that I know that they want you to do it by. Now I'm gonna go into the next thing. There you see Kobe Bryant throwing up the 666. It's clear as day. He's throwing up the 666 right there. That's important to know. There you see LeBron throwing up that what they would call the Rockefeller. It's not the Rockefeller symbol, people. Stop thinking that's the Rockefeller symbol. Jay-Z started doing it and named that group Rockefeller based on the Rockefeller family, one of the so-called 13 families. But anyway, that symbol is the pyramid for the all-seeing eye, the New World Order. Jay-Z, who we know is affiliated with, not that he's not in the Illuminati, but he's one of their puppets. A lot of people, you see him with the chain on here. You're also gonna see me. No, not here, not here, not there, right there, which is the thumbnail. You're gonna see Kobe Bryant throwing up that same thing. You see the 666s. Now you see that. I'm going to show you a brief little interview in a few where LeBron James has the 666s again, among other things. But for now, I'm going to go over here. I want to show you something about this. Okay. We're going to look at his socks. One is white, one is black. And he's holding on to the gold. But let's look at the white and black. We know about the black and white checkerboard floors that the Masons are so good at using. And the number 33 is going to come up a lot. So that's just something that I wanted to point out. I found this to be very, very interesting. How they have him beside himself, hugging himself. Now, it could be Photoshop, but you can see the tattoos are exactly alike. So it's definitely him. tattoos are there unless they did that magically too. And I was like, how they had him beside himself, hugging himself. That's something. I don't know why that's significant, but I just know that it is. And I know that it's going to come out as being really significant at some point. Okay, here he's holding up fingers. But if you look at both hands, you see 4 fingers. The thumbs are conveniently tucked away. That's because he's showcasing the number 8. The number 8 was really, I know that was his number. You see it there, but it's not. You see it right there on the jacket. You see the number 8 right there on the jacket. It was very, very significant. Not just that it was his number, but in the occult sense, it's very, very interesting. Okay. So this one here, I put for some reason. Let me look. This one I put because I wanted you to see the scores on that. That's the game with the 81. If I'm correct, that's when he went against the Utah Jazz. It was score was 96 to 101. Again, that's that 11 that I was talking about, that master number 11. Also, his name, Kobe, starts with a K. K is the 11th letter of the English alphabet. His wife's name is Vanessa, which starts with a V, which is the 22nd letter of the alphabet. 11 plus 22 is 33. Together, their marriage made it 33. Now, the daughter that died in a helicopter crash is Gianna. G is actually the 33rd letter of the alphabet. How so? When there's only 26 letters? Z is 26. After you pass Z, you start all over with A. So it would be Z26, A would be 27, B would be 28, C would be 29, D would be 30, E and F would be 31 and 32, and G would be 33. Very significant. Very, very significant. You see the 11 there, you see the 20, that 96 is important because it's the reverse of 6-9. Remember, I just showed you him with the different color black and white, different color socks. Remember, 6ix9ine's album came out where he was pissing on a checkerboard floor. Very, very, very significant. A lot of, y'all know I'm coming out with a book about the 6ix9ine. It's actually going to be like an electronic file type thing. It's going to be a book, but it's not going to be a book. It's going to be an electronic file. It's going to be one copy, and I'm auctioning it off. It has so much code. It's unbelievable. I wouldn't even dare put that type of stuff on YouTube or any type of platform. That's why I'm only selling one copy. And whoever gets it, gets it. But it's almost like everything goes back to 6ix9ine. Now, I'm going to show you an article in a few, and that's going to blow your mind when I show you the article. But I want to show you this real quick, too. More numbers. That's when LeBron passed their numbers, their records. Look at the numbers. Everybody has an 8 in their number. Each one of these 3 guys have an 8. So that makes it 888. Each one of these guys has a 6. Well, not each one of these guys, but you see 3 6s. Michael Jordan had the double 6. So you see 6, 6, and 6. You see the 7. And then over here you see Mr. Abdul with Jabbar with the 7s. And that's 777. So what you have here between the 3 of them is 888, 777, 666. Very, very, very. And that's not a coincidence. They numbers could have been added. Somebody could have had a random 2 that would have threw everything off. Somebody could have had a random 4. Somebody could have had a random, 9 or something. All 3 of them to have exactly numbers that adds up to triple digits. And again, triple digits means the countdown. Like when we're past the 11, 22, 33, 44, 55s now. We're in the 111, 222, 333, 444. And you see that. Jay-Z album is 444. They're throwing the Rockefeller signs. It's the countdown to the demise of this existence. This is a program and it's in a process of shutting down. The powers that be, the ones that's behind this script right here, know that. And they realize that we're on the clock and we're being counted down. And they're trying to convey messages to each other, as well as those of us who have eyes and ears to see that might benefit from the information. Then others are trying to create panic and fear so that they can feed off of it. They know that this was a big loss for the black people. This is a big loss for the world. So what they're doing is pooling the world's energy that's feeling sorrow and sadness about this. If you're putting your effort and energy and feelings into this, they're feeding off that. All your energy, all of your feelings are sexual, whether they're sexual or not. I don't mean lustful. I don't mean desirous. I mean every single feeling you have, every emotion, energy, emotion, energy moving. All energy is Tachian. All energy is sexual. So that's what they're doing with this. This I want to point out. It says here clearly. No, covered it, my fault. It's too late. LeBron makes NBA history in front of Kobe Bryant. Right? Okay, cool. Let's look at this. He has 13 points and 13 assists. That's that 13 at a Colt magic number. And when you add 13 and 13, you get 26. 2 plus 6 is 8. No coincidence. And Kobe number was 24. You might say 2 plus 4 is 6. Yes, it is. But if you also say 2 times 4, what do you get? 8. Yes, indeed. That's the 666 that he did. That's LeBron 666. Okay. Let me see. Okay, that's that. Kobe Bryant's death was predicted. This happened. This tweet was let out in 2012. On the 13th. I'm going to move it a little closer so you guys can see it. This is the tweet. It's not showing too well. I'm going to just move it back and then I'll move it up a little bit. I'm trying to type. It says 11/13. 11 is the 13th. 11 is the 11th month, according to the Gregorian calendar. So, I mean, November is the 11th month. So you have 11 and 13 in 2012. Remember the end of the world, 2012 and all that? Kobe is going to end up dying in a helicopter crash. What are the odds? And it says 11 hours ago. That's when somebody posted it. Now, if you look at that, it says it has 490 views. 4 plus 9 is 13. There's mathematics all over. Even if you look at this right here, this little piece right here, I'm going to make it bigger. It says 113. That's no coincidence. That's definitely not a coincidence. And I tell you about the 9 and the 5. That 32 right there is 5 plus with that 9 right there. It's not a coincidence. Definitely not a coincidence. But let's get back into some other things. I'm going to back this up a little bit. Okay, I'm going to pause it. Okay, we are back. This is Celebrity Fun Facts. Kobe Bryant, 20 facts. I'm not going to go through all of them because it's too much. He was born on the 23rd. That's 2 plus 3 is 5. August on the Gregorian calendar is the 8th month. The number 8 again. He was born in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Philly. That's very important. In the 6ix9ine book that's soon to be released, I talk about a place called Felipe, a restaurant where Treyway and some of 6ix9ine's legal counsel got into it. Or I think it was his manager, not so much his legal. I think his lawyer might have been there, one of them, but it was his managers and stuff. And that's where the thing happened with the shooting or whatever. But that's very important. PHI, pi, 3.14, science. That's all very, I'm not going to get into it here because it's in the book, but that's very, 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 very important. So it has a lot, and it connects to 6ix9ine. Then it says he was named after a famous Japanese steak. Japanese Japanese. A black guy named after a Japanese state. Tekashi 69. Tekashi is a Japanese name. That's the connection there. That's what I want to say about that part. The jelly bean thing is interested, and Ronald Reagan is known for that statement when he said, "Let the children in the ghetto eat jelly beans." Okay. $1991. That's a bunch of nines and a bunch of ones. That's very important. That's not the one I'm looking for right here. No. No, it's not the one I'm looking for. No. Boom. The two originally met in 1999. Again, those bunch of nines. That's not the one I'm looking for. That 224 right here. In 2004, the charges were dropped in his sexual assault case. That 24, 2 plus 4 is 8. 2 times 4 is 8. I'm looking for that other thing that I saw earlier. There we go. Most of his career in high school, Bryant wore the number 33. But when he entered the NBA, he switched it to the number 8. Boom. All-star at the age of 19. They go to a bunch of nines again. Look at this thing. He started of the game in 1998. If you take that 1 from the 19 in the beginning and add it to the 8, that's 9. That's triple nines. It's not no coincidence. In 2003, 2004 to 2003, you see 2 plus 3 is 5. And then you got the 2 times 4 be that 8 again. And of course, 2 plus 4 is 6 also. Boom. Bryant was very close friend of Michael Jackson. That's important. I'm not gonna go into that one right now though. Mike is a whole nother type of video. Very, very different. His daughter was born in 2006. 2 plus 6 is 8. Okay, so that's that. Look at that. This is a commercial from years ago.
So how should it end?
So how should it?
Doesn't end. Heroes come and go, but legends are forever.
Okay, this is another. That last ad was, I think, a Nike commercial, and you heard he said, "How should it end? End? How should it end?" He said it doesn't end. Now this is something that's going to be really mind blowing right here, and they showing the ball went up in the air and it exploded and it fell the same way the helicopter allegedly did. But for y'all that need more proof, okay, let's try this cartoon right here.
It's Kobe Bryant.
That's a cartoon. It's a helicopter crashed. Now you have to ask yourself, you're going to do it again. Look at the helicopter.
It's Kobe Bryant. Help me. Just pass me the trophies and we'll pull you out. Pass.
Again. One more time.
Oh, shit. It's Kobe Bryant. Help me.
You see the helicopter clear as day.
And we'll pull you out. Pass.
So my question becomes, how did so many different people know a cartoon that took place? This cartoon's from 3 years ago. How is it possible that they would know that he was going to crash? And the helicopter's upside down. You can see it right there. It's a purple and blue, purple and yellow helicopter, or purple and gold, whatever you want to call it. And the word pass. You say, it's Kobe Bryant, pass us the trophies and we'll get you. He said pass. Now we know pass is a terminology that's used for dying. They say the person passed away. They passed on. That's very significant. And then the other commercial, he was like, how does it all end? End. Life, die. It's not, it's as if he knew, and the only way he could know is if nobody's going to agree to be a sacrifice, I doubt. But, especially not with the daughter or whatever, but that leaves a lot of room for interpretation as far as other things go and all that. But, when you break down the whole science of the helicopter, you have the HEL, hell, and I in copter, captor. So hell, I captor, I am a captor or a prisoner in hell, which is us in this program in the systems version. Because this program is not bad. What it is it's been hacked and it has a virus on it. And that virus manifests itself as the powers that be, the system that's here to feed on our energy and take advantage of us. That is what makes it quote unquote hell. Also, the colors purple and yellow, if you remember, that has a lot to do with the Nipsey Hussle situation. And it also connects to that movie Us, U.S., Us, that came out with the black people that were seeing themselves and it was bad versions of themselves. And remember, I just showed you Kobe walking with himself with an 8 and a 24 on. So it was two versions of himself. One was wearing yellow or gold. One was wearing purple. Anyway, the us colors is the purple and yellow. So that's something that's very, very, very significant. I'm going to show you something else really quickly. Look at this. Look at the hangers. It's 3 hangers there, and there's a bag hanging. So it's 3 things hanging. That's 13. One thing is hanging, which is this bag over here, and there's 3 things hanging over there. 1 and 3, 13, or 3 and 1, 31, reverse. It doesn't matter what he's saying. Don't worry about what he's saying so much right now. That right there, you see the 666, the 6, the 6, and the 6. Very, very important. Very, very important. Okay, people, so that about brings this video to a close. Only thing I also want to say is this strange. A lot of things happen around here. First of all, there was the anchor woman that said the New York niggers, but she said she started to say Knicks and mixed in Lakers, so she said the niggers. So what up? So at the same time, what she said nakers, not niggers, but that became a big controversy. The Grammys also took presence at that time. Then at the same time, first of all, the Grammy starts with a G, which is 33 again. And I haven't even decoded the Grammys and went through that because I'm sure whatever happened with Kobe, I'm sure it plays out in the Grammys. But also at that particular time, there's this whole outbreak. I forgot what they call this disease that's going around in China right now, which is real funny because remember Japan, China, Kobe, his name, Steak, Takashi, 6ix9ine, China, Asia. So this outbreak right now, and they're talking about it. So that's a big thing. All of these things, because they're rituals. These are rituals they're done. This is high-level witchcraft, if you want to call it that. High-level sorcery. And they're doing this around this time. The same thing with the potential World War III. They have to do this because the powers that be, the people that we think are super powerful, not talking about celebrities. I'm talking about people that we think run the world are under other people that run the world, that are under other entities. And these entities demand something. What they're trying to do is make a deal with these entities to help them, because I told you the clock is running. This program is about to shut down. Basically, life is about to end. So in order for they want these entities to help them to keep that from happening. So they're making quote unquote deals with the devil. Is that what people would call it? And they're making these ritualistic sacrifices in order to appease. The reason why they do this, it's not that Kobe needed to be sacrificed, it's that his dying or passing affected millions in a way that makes us pull our energy. Especially minorities, because minority people have a high concentration of melanin. So they really need that. Why you think you got a lot of people going out there buying melanin by the ounce and stuff like they need that melanin energy. They not physically taking our melanin, but it doesn't matter. The physical melanin is not what's important. What's in the melanin, the energy that goes through, it's a superconductor. So what they're doing is they say instead of us going to get the melanin, we'll just get it. We want the melanin so that we can get the energy superconducted. So all we got to do is get these people who have melanin already to feel some kind of way and give us that energy in a big way. So they did this ritual in order to get a mass surge of energy in order to prevent certain things from happening in the world. Because basically, don't think it's good though. Don't say, "Oh, they're trying to save the world. They're good." That's not what's happening. They want to save the world so that they can continue to make us slaves and keep us slaves. The program going to shut down. It doesn't matter when it shut down. It's going to be another program. It would be good if we could save the program by fixing it. But the reality of the situation is they only want to save us so that they can enslave us. But that's on that. One of the warriors, shout out to all the warriors that left comments on the warrior priestesses and the warrior priests that left comments on the last video about this topic. One of them, Lola, she said the ritual is they needed a virgin and a snake. We know that he's his daughter, I'm assuming at 13, she probably was a virgin. He is known as Mamba, which is snake, the black mamba, snake. And there's a satanic occult ritual that goes with a virgin and a snake. So that's what that was about, that sacrifice right there. Originally, they said it was 5 people that died in a helicopter crash, which is that 5 again. Now they're saying it's 9, which is that 9 that I've been talking about. That's very, 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 very serious. Also, jazz, the Utah jazz. Jazz is close to jizz, which is semen, slang terminology for semen. The NBA logo is red and blue. Red, the feminine or femi principle. Blue, the masculine principle. And the white represents the orgasmic state of them coming together and producing an orgasm. It represents sperm, not just the male sperm, but sperm in general. But it also represents the light or explosion that comes about during orgasm. There's so much more to this, but I would have to need an hour video, and I probably would never ever make an hour video. It's just very long, and I doubt if I would ever want to do that. It's not that I can't. It's just I don't see people want to watch a video that long. So this is pretty long for me. I like to hit people with something they can come back and say, oh, 6 minutes. I can get a little quick fix and boom. And then if they like it, they'll watch another one, another one, another one, or whatever. So that's what I do. I just want you guys to know you need to protect your energy because this thing is a ritual and they're doing it. They sacrificed him or they used him and his family and the people around him to solicit your energy, your tachyon, your life.